Hello and welcome. This is Felix speaking from easybits, and today just a short update for you guys on my purchase order extractor that I've built for a friend of mine. So as you might know, my friend called me back then and he told me that he's basically drowning in purchase order documents. So I built him a workflow that allows him to batch process these purchase order documents and extract the data through our easybits extractor into a Google Sheet. This already made his work a lot easier, and now last week he told me that they will actually integrate an ERP system. They will take SAP, and he asked me if I could build out a solution within the workflow that allows him to generate so-called EDI files so he can upload them right away into the SAP system and update the numbers there as well. So now, as you can see, I already pulled up the latest version of this workflow that I provided him. I also integrated some other things just to make it more robust. So for example, we now have sitting in there a duplication check, which after the data gets extracted from each PO document, it checks if the PO number was already mentioned before. If that's the case, we skip that document. If that's not the case, of course, we integrate the data and process the data as usual. As you can also see it, I built out a flag summary, which allows me to also flag if an extraction didn't happen correctly or if any field was missing in the final extraction step. And then you can also see that I have this sub workflow trigger sitting in here, which then actually triggers the workflow that takes care of the EDI file generation. So from there, let's just jump right into it and I will show you how the whole workflow works. I will first process a batch of purchase order documents so you can see how that works, and afterwards I will also run a single document through it that then actually triggers the duplication check, so I can show you this as well. And let's just jump right into it. So as you can see, I'm already in my n8n instance and I will now click execute workflow. And now the form opens, which allows me to take the purchase order documents that I want to process. I will take the last three here, open them, and now I can also select if I want to generate an EDI file or if I don't. Let's click yes here and then we submit it and let's check. And we can see that the workflow already started working on the documents. So the easybits extractor actually ran through the first one already. Now the second one is in the extractor. The data will be extracted from there. And as we can see, it will loop a third time because we had three files, of course. And that's now happening. Let's head back to our form page because we will see if any problems or issues occurred. But as you can see, the extraction was complete. All documents were extracted cleanly and it's telling me right there. So now let's first look into this EDI files folder that I have. And as you can see, it already generated all three files for me. So my friend can now go on and just upload these in the SAP system to update the data. And now let's also head over to the PO data master file. And as you can see, all the data from the documents actually arrived in here, even with the document name. So I can trace back which document it was. And now let's also do a second test run. So execute workflow again. And I will take one of the documents that we already processed to make sure I can show you the duplication check as well. Let's submit it. And now let's look at this. So as we can see, it hits the extractor, and from there we should then be able to actually see that it's a duplicated document. And as we can see, the extraction was complete, but no new data was added as the document was already processed previously. And it even tells us which document it was and also which PO number it had. So now, if you are interested in taking this workflow for yourself, make sure to check the description of this video. I will make sure to link the workflow there and you can take it from my GitHub and just apply it for yourself. It's a really robust solution that allows you to batch process these purchase order documents, so you don't need to actually integrate the data manually into Google Sheets anymore. I wish you happy testing with the workflow, and if you need any help, please feel free to reach out. See you in the next video, and thank you for watching.